SRE and Cloud Performance Engineering and DevOps.
Sorry for disturbance. Okay. I think India card is hacked. Not don't accept this account
No,
creation.
they will. I have been using credit card, even few debit card also. I have been using
I'm
ICICI
using debit
credit.
card, ICICI card. It's
No, no,
showing
use
like
sometime you need to use credit card. Sometime debit card, not all the credit card works, and you need to also enable some international transaction also.
international transaction is not available like that. It's showing.
No, no, okay, use credit card. Okay, it will work. So it will never happen that it will not work. It works. So either you have to use credit card. If still that's not working, you have to make sure you enable the international transaction. They will detect Indian rupees 2, INR 2.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. So friends, this session is being recorded. So friends, yesterday we talked about creating the cloud account. So please get this done. Okay, how many of you have created the account? May I get to know in the chat? Please confirm in the chat. Arpana, okay, Gokula Krishnan, Vaibhav, Dheeraj. Okay, 4 of you have done that. Good. Okay, so I'm not sure if others were able to create the EC2 instance. So first of all, you need to have the cloud account to create the EC2 instance. Okay, so Arpana, Gokula, Krishnan, Vaibhav, and Dheeraj, were you able to create the EC2 instance, all 4 of you, yesterday? Good.
Yes.
And started to
So
practice Linux
yeah,
commands? Go
the
ahead,
last
please.
But I'm still confused how to start.
Okay, I think you have not you have not. So you have got you were able to create EC2 instance, right? Were you able to do SSH?
SSH part, I was not sure. Yesterday, I was not clear on that.
Okay, let me repeat that today. Okay.
Okay. I created the account properly. I created the instance also. It's
Okay.
running, showing it's running.
Okay, just don't let it run. If you like exhaust your
Okay.
750 hours as part of
Okay.
free tier, you have 750 hours only available.
Okay.
Okay, Abhilash, first session. Okay, please do that. So Abhilash, you need to create the account. So to create the account, all you have to do is go to this website, aws.amazon.com, and create the AWS account. And you need to sign up like how you sign up to any social media platform or any very simple thing. You need to just give your email address and account name, verify, you need to put your details, address, and you know to provide your credit card details. And you should be able to create the account. So once you create the account, you will be given option to the email address that you have used is the your root user. So you do see 2 options here, right? Everybody would get 2 options, the root user and the IAM user. So root user is having the ultimate privileges. Ultimate privilege is the root user. IAM user is not having the ultimate privilege. Say when you join a company, right, you would not be given the root user. You will be added as one of the IAM user and you will be given permissions, the limited permissions based on your roles and responsibilities, your job function. You'll be given some access to the cloud account, right? So you will be added as the IAM user. So we will talk about it. How do we get IAM user and sign up? First, you can use the root user friend. So you can use this email address. You'll be given the password. And here comes the MFA part. Okay. Let me check my mobile, friends. 1 second. I got my phone, friends. I have not with me. So I have set up MFA in my phone. Today, you guys can also do that. So I am typing one of the OTP 6-digit code. Just it is for the multi-factor authentication, right? So just to secure the account, this process is there. And you can see that without giving the right MFA, you would not be able to log in. Okay, so how to set MFA, friends? You have this question. You need to go to the IAM. Have you guys, like 4 of you, those who have the account, where you guys asked to provide your MFA details? Please confirm here.
Sir,
Not yet.
I have skipped that.
Okay, you have skipped that for now, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will talk about that. So for that, you need to go to IAM. Okay, and you would see that you would be notifying here security recommendations. They will be telling you to put the MFA, set up MFA. So let everybody create the account. So from tomorrow, we will be um, working in a very close group. So I will talk about this tomorrow. How do you set up MFA? We will cover this tomorrow. So don't worry as of now. I just want the basics to be correct today. Creating the EC2 instance. Let me repeat that part. So if you were not clear, and I think Abhilas has joined today. I'm going to repeat that process, friends. How do we create EC2 instance? So before I create EC2 instance, right, the first thing that we need to select is the region. What is region? So I told you yesterday, right, that if you go to AWS global infrastructure, if you come here, you would see there are 36 launch regions. There are 114 availability zones. So regions and availability zones are very important term, are very important. Region it's not a physical thing, it's a logical thing. When you combine multiple availability zones, you get one region. Its availability zone, it is the physical thing, right? So I have showed you the picture of the availability zone, right? Let me show you again what I will do. Okay, not this. Would like to take you Google Drive. I usually go very slow, friends, in the initial days, because I know a lot of you are very new to this and may find overwhelming. So this is the availability zone. Okay, this is a data center. This is a data center, right? We call availability zone when you define, right? If you want to define, let's say, what is availability zone? Let's say you asked, Roshan, what is that? So availability zone is defined as one or more discrete data centers, one or more discrete data centers. This is what you define as one AZ. It could be one or it could be more. But to keep it simple, friends, what I would tell you, think one AZ as one data center. This has been the case mostly. So remember that. So this setup here is one AZ, one availability zone. When you combine multiple AZs, you get one region. The Mumbai has got 3 such setup availability zones. Hyderabad has got 3. Usually we have 3 AZs in a region. Usually, but it could be more than 2. What is region? First of all, it's a logical thing. So region can have greater than or equal to 2 AZs. Usually it is 3. Usually one region has 3 AZs. Usually. Max, it could be 6 also. There are regions where we have 6 AZs as well, but usually there are 3 AZs. So the Mumbai, friends, first thing, okay, I want you to tell you, when you don't understand anything, I want you to feel comfortable. And I want you to tell me, Roshan, stop, I need to understand this. Could you repeat that? Or you can ask your question. Don't ask the doubt tomorrow, friends. That would be even more time consuming. Because when I'm discussing a topic and when you have a doubt, it's easy for me to repeat that in a different way. But let's say when you ask tomorrow, it becomes very difficult for me to repeat this. Go ahead. Anybody wanted to ask, say something? Okay. Anybody has any questions till now? No, right? Okay. So please do that, friends. I want you to feel free. Okay. There is nothing like a wrong question. You are here to learn. I am here to teach. Keep it simple. You don't understand something, you ask. Don't ask tomorrow. So this is what the region and AZ. Are we clear on region and AZs, friends? You can give me a thumbs up. You can give me yes in the chat. If you keep silent, I'm going to assume you're all good. Right. So the first thing that when we start, right, when we start, the first thing we want is to select the region. So what are the basis we select a region? Yesterday I told you one of the regions, but let me tell you today more regions on what basis we select the region. Basis to select a region. First is customer location. See, you are creating. So what are we going to do with the region? You will select a region and you will create infrastructure. You will create servers, you will create storage, you will create load balancers, you will create so many other components. Right? You will create so many other components. So the customer location plays a very important role. You want the infrastructure to be near to the customer location. Let's say if I have a business in my mind, let's say if I'm coming up with a business for, let's say, Indians, for Indian customers. Do you think I'm going to create the server in US or in Europe or in Australia? No, right? Why? Because unnecessary latency will be there. When you hit a website, what happens? When you hit a website, let's say netflix.com, when you hit a website, what happens? The network packet from your browser travels all the way to the server, and server server processes your request and responds back. Again, the network packet has to travel all the way to get to the response, right? So tell me one thing, if your server is far, don't you think there will be additional network latency? Because the higher the distance, the network packet has to travel more. It will be in millisecond, I understand, but it will be there. Why to have unnecessary latency, friends? So the customer location plays a very important role in selecting a region. And for the same thing, I can call it latency. Latency. Right? The third region, friends, what the important is the government regulations. Government can also put some regulations that data cannot leave the country and all. Right? So based on that, based on government regulations, you can have that you need to be stick to the region, a specific region. Fourth region is service availability. Not all the services are available in all the regions. So the services that you see here, don't think that if I've selected Mumbai, if I have all these things in Mumbai, you will have everything in other regions also. No, it depends on the demand and supply, because even the cloud, those cloud providers have to invest, right? So depending on service availability, but it's down below the list. And the fifth option is cost. Cost will be different. So if you create a server in EC2 in Mumbai, and if you create a server in Singapore, or if you create a server in US, there will be cost difference. Again, it's a demand supply game. Higher the demand, they would increase some price to some higher, because they want to earn. See, for them, for cloud providers, for AWS, Azure, GCP, it's a business. It's for them, it's a business model. They want to earn, right? More. It's business model. They have invested so much on the data centers. They want people to use it, and they do that. If you see, if they have a region data centers availability zones where they see that a lot of demand is coming, they may hike the price by 10 cents or 20 cents. So these are the regions, friends, on what basis we select a region. Right? So right now there is no specific region for me to select a Mumbai. I can select a Mumbai, or I can select anything else. I can go ahead and select it. Okay, is this point clear? There are 5 regions. On the basis we select a region. Let's say select Mumbai, or I selected Hyderabad, anything. Let's say select Mumbai. Now, why have we logged in here? Understand, they ask these basic questions. Abhilash, you have a free tier account long time back, so I'm not sure if it's 1 year long back. So because the free tier is only available 1 year from the account creation date, or yeah, that's the thing. So you can check what is the free tier when you created and all. If you're able to log in, you can see you're able to log in and create some services like the one we are talking about. So you're good. Okay, friends. So why we have logged in here? We have logged in. See, so think like this. A kitchen is there. All the ingredients are there. All the vegetables, spices, everything is there. You are the chef, right? Everything is there at your disposal. See, they have this for them, it's a business, right? The cloud providers, they have sort of servers, so many servers. They have servers, storage. Now we want to use it. Let's say the customer wants to use these services. So it's not like you have to call them. Okay, AWS call center, I need servers, get it. No, it's not the way it is done. So they have created this beautiful management console. This is the console. This is the platform they have given us, that we can use whatever we want. They have everything here. We are here to learn how to use these services to create infrastructure, to create our solution, right? Everything is there with us. All we have to do is use it, and we are going to get the cloud bill, and we will be paying the amount. So on the monthly basis, you will be getting the cloud bill, and you will be paying it, and you will get the detailed bill, right? So that's why we have this management console. So today we're going to talk about, friends, EC2. Yesterday also we talked about EC2. Let me just repeat that. So if you want the server, which is the basic requirement, yesterday we talked about, right, the use cases, various use cases of using the cloud. We talked about these use cases. If you remember, we talked about servers. We have the EC2 service. For storage, we have S3 and more. We have user management, want to create the user, give them permission. It's IAM. Security services, and we have other services also, right? And to create the server, we have these options to select, right? So let me just continue that, friends. We have done that yesterday. Let me repeat that. So go to EC2, search for EC2 here. It will open the EC2 module, and you have to create the server. The first step is to go to instances and launch instances. See, very simple. there is nothing to be done. Okay, just leave it. Just use the default. Yesterday I changed the Amazon Linux to Ubuntu. Today we will not change it. Only one mandatory field. So these are the options that you have. The OS, the instance type, which is the RAM and the core, the key pair, the network settings, the storage. We have so many options to fill. In this, there's only one mandatory field is the key pair, the password. We need to create a key pair, friends. And we'll be using this key pair to log in. So let me create the key pair. I'm going to keep it everything default. I'm not going to touch anything today. I've explained that yesterday. I'm going to create a new key pair. I'll give a key pair a name. April SRE key. Simple. PEM format, I've just given the name, create the key pair. It will get downloaded in my local. You can see that this key pair in the PEM format got downloaded. We will be using this to log in to SSH. So yesterday we did talk about that. For the Linux server, we do SSH. Like, see, we have the server. We want to install applications, so we need to connect, right? Without we connecting, it is of no use. We need to connect to the server. So for the Linux server, we connect over protocol. We have to connect using this SSH protocol, secured cell we call it. So this is the protocol we connect Linux server. If it's a Windows server, we use RDP protocol, remote desktop protocol. And they are happening on a port. SSH happens on port 22. RDP happens on port 3389. If I've installed an application, let's say HTTP protocol, let's say if I install the application and we're accessing that application on port on HTTP, so we have to open port 80. If it is HTTPS 443 port, we have to open these ports, friends. So these are the ports if we have website, we use HTTP, we have to use port 80. HTTPS 443. So there are some defined ports. It's not you and me defining. It has been defined universally. Everybody has to follow this. Okay, so we are creating the Linux server. We have got the key. I'll just launch the instance. So I have the key. I just only one option I did. I just created the key. That's all. I have the server now. The server is having the public IP and the private IP. So think like this, friends. This server is in the cloud. This server is in the cloud somewhere here. This server is in the cloud. We are here somewhere. The server is in the cloud. This is the server. What is this security group? We have a security group also. If you look at the security group, where to check the security group? So this is a server. We have the public IP and the private IP. And we have a security. If you go to the security, you will find that we have something called security group. By default, we did not do anything. It was created by default. If I go to the security group, you will see that by default, they have opened inbound rules, mean the traffic incoming to the server. I am here. I'll be trying to connect to the server, right? I will be trying to connect to the server. Security group is like a bodyguard, friends. Let's say this is you and this is your bodyguard. If you want somebody to meet you, you will let your security guard know, your bodyguard know, okay, allow this person. If you don't want to meet somebody, you will say, don't allow this person. This is your personal guard. This is your server. and this is the security group, your bodyguard. So what you have done, you have given inbound rule, you have given permission for SSH protocol on port 22. You have given this access. You have not given any other access. You have only given inbound rule as only one. You have given, if you mention it here, means you are allowing. So you have let your bodyguard know that, okay, boss, allow SSH traffic from anybody. This means anybody. Outbound rules, you have traffic going out of the server. You can meet anybody. You have mentioned, I want to meet all traffic, all ports, any IP in the world. So you can meet anybody. You have given outbound traffic means traffic going out of the server. So you can meet anybody, but only the port 22 can only meet you. You have given. So security group, you have given this. And because of that, you will be able to do SSH. That's it. You cannot do any other thing. You cannot do, if you install an application on port 80, let's say you have if you install an application on port 80, nobody can access this because you have in the inbound rules, it's not given. Port 80 you have not opened. So nobody can access the application which you have installed on port 80 because you have the security group doesn't know about it. If anybody try to hit the server, the security guard will tell, okay, sorry, you are not allowed. So if you're installing port 80 and if you want people to access your website, you have to allow in the security group. So let's talk about SSH first. Friends, we have the server now. This is the server. Let's do SSH. One of the easiest way to do SSH, friends, select this server. Go to click on connect. I'll tell you two ways today. I'll tell you two ways to connect to the server. First way is very simple, using the EC2 instance connect. And you can do SSH over the browser itself, on the browser itself. You don't need any other tool. So select the server, go to connect, click on connect. The first option you get is EC2 instance connect. Let's not change it. You don't need to do anything. Just click on connect. Very simple, friends. So it will open a tab and you will be able to do SSH. Simple, the most simple SSH. Friends, you are able to do SSH, but this time apt command will not work. Why? Can you tell me why apt command will not work here? Because Amiga Linux is a CentOS family. What command works? The yum command works. This is covered under Linux, friends. Okay, very basics of Linux. So I can be the root user, but like yesterday, I did apt update -y. It will not work. So I have to do yum update -y. Yum update -y. This will work. Look at this. I got the latest one. Okay. Did we follow till this step? Now you can create the folder. You can just whatever you can create the folder and practice Linux commands. Go inside the folder, create some file. You can see this. I'll be giving you the Linux sessions, friends. As part of this, I'll be giving you access to the Linux recorded session and the PPT. You'll be able to practice and ask me questions. Okay. So this is the playlist. I'll be giving you access. And you will see all the commands being executed hands-on. Along with this, I'll be also sharing the PPT. You'll be able to go over the PPT and learn from there. You can see a lot of commands have been given. You'll be given PPT here. Okay. Lot of things. Okay, are we clear so far? Is it clear? Everybody, crystal clear. Very simple. Don't want any questions till this point of time, friends. So that's how we can move. And you need to practice it, okay? So this is about it. You can practice. I'll tell you another way today. How to connect to the Linux server. Do we know that we have a command prompt in Windows? Do we know this, friends? Everybody knows that, right? Right. I have downloaded the key here, right? This key I have downloaded, April SRE key today. I can SSH to the server using command prompt also. So I'll open a command prompt. I'll go to here. I'll type a command prompt. This is a command prompt. I have in the same folder, downloads folder, friends. You can see this. I'm in this folder, command prompt. I can use this command SSH-I and the key April SRE key PEM. Now default user is EC2 user at the rate of public IP. So I can connect to the same server using two. I'm showing you another way, not to confuse you, but just to let you know that you can do SSH from here also. So I have just opened the command prompt. I have the key in this location only, and I'm issuing this command. And you know what will happen? I'll be able to connect to the Linux server. Same Linux server, friends. I got connected. If you go towards this sudo, if I show you sudo su hyphen, you will be amazed to see that I have this test folder here because it's the same server. I am just using the different command prompt. Yes, Abhilash, you'll be getting it. We will be creating a separate WhatsApp group, Abhilash, tomorrow, and you'll be getting all the access. Those who have enrolled, friends, we will be creating a separate WhatsApp group. I know most of you have enrolled. We will be getting a separate WhatsApp group, and I'll be asking you the email addresses. Please provide me that. I'll be adding you here. I'll be adding you here to this group. If you can see here, a lot of people have been added already. I'll be giving you access to the entire folder here. All these folks have joined this session before. I'll be adding you here. Okay, is this clear, friend? What did we do in command prompt? I'll share this command with you.
Can you explain like this EC2-user, right?
Is it the default user?
It's a default user. Okay.
Right. It is the default user. So EC2, if it's Amazon Linux machine, it is EC2 user. Yesterday I used Ubuntu. If this EC2 instance would be Ubuntu, I'll use Ubuntu at the rate. That would be the difference.
Okay.
Can we do same as a private IP or private IP?
No, right? That's what, right? So that's how the difference is there. See, we are connecting it from outside the network. Right? Are we in the cloud network? No, right? I'm not in the cloud network. If you have another server in the cloud, you can do SSH using the private IP. That is doable. You can connect using the private IP. This is doable. As long as you're in the cloud, but I'm not in the cloud. I'm in totally different network. So I have to rely on the public IP only because it's publicly only I can connect. Able to understand the difference, the public IP and the private IP?
Yes. Can we connect in EC2 instance, na sir? When we log in at EC2 server, that time we connect to private IP, na?
No, I could not get it. So you Yeah, this is my server, right? I got SSH. So I used SSH connection, SSH protocol to connect to my server, but I used public IP here. This is my public IP. I cannot use private IP from my laptop to connect to the server.
No, when we log in at cloud, I didn't get that. How to connect? Please share. How to connect to private IP?
Oh, you cannot connect to the private IP from. Okay, I think you're confused. So there are two options I told you. Okay, two options I told you. When you log into the cloud and when you create the server,
Hmm.
you can do SSH using the EC2 instance connect. That option number one. You can all you have to do is click on this, go to this connect, and you need to click on EC2 instance connect and connect. So this is one option number one. You will get connected on your browser.
Okay.
That's option number one. You
Hmm.
don't need to give any IP in that case because you have already logged into the cloud. You are able to log in.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
But
Yes.
from
Yes.
from third party, command prompt doesn't know right about cloud and all.
Okay.
Command
Okay.
prompt is a Windows software, Windows utility. So I have given full-fledged URL here, full-fledged command to connect. This is actually the command to connect, full-fledged command. I've given the pasted this command. Please copy paste this. So this is a full-fledged command. SSH-I, the key, default user, and the public IP. And we got connected to the same server.
Okay. Okay. I got.
There are two ways I told you today. I want everybody to get comfortable till this step, friends. I don't want to proceed. I want everybody to log in. You can install any application. I can do yum install httpd -y. This command will install the web server. This command is going to install the web server in my server web application. So if you do else of -i -p -n grep relation, I can check whether my server is running. It's not running. So I can start it system ctl status httpd. I can check it. It's not running. I'll start it. I'll start my web server. If I check the status again, it will started it because it started listening on port 80. By default, web server runs on port 80. I can enable this so that upon restart, it starts again automatically. Now, if I do else of command, you will be seeing that I'll be able to do port 80. So I have installed just the web server, friends, in this server. In this EC2 instance, I installed the web server, and this is the command. Let me share you the commands, what all I have done. This is all I have done. I'll share this, friends. I have done sudo su first command to become the root user. I've shared all the commands that I have done. And I have installed web application on port 80. Will I be able to access, friends? Let's see how much you are attentive. I'm going to check it. If I use public IP and port, will I be able to access the web application? If I
Yes.
use web app
If we have exposed that port, we should be able to
expose means I have used
access
public IP and port. I'm not able to access. I'm not able to get any page. Why?
that security group is not done.
Exactly. I have
Yes.
not let the bodyguard know. I need to let the bodyguard know that boss allow HTTP protocol also. In the inbound rules, I need to mention HTTP protocol, which happens on port 80 by default. I need to let this guy know, boss, that please allow port 80. So I have added port 80, friends. And if you once I've added this, you'll be able to see the application being loaded. This page is coming from my server. So we will be learning a lot of things, friends. I just want you to do a couple of these steps till today, friends. Most of you do not have the cloud account, which is not a good thing. I need everybody to have the cloud account. I need everybody to create the EC2 instance and do SSH and do these steps. Minimum. Then only I'll be able to proceed next. Okay, friends, those who have enrolled, I need the promise from all of you. Will you be able to do this before we meet tomorrow? Use t2.micro. Okay. Naveen, use t2.micro if you want to be in free tier. As part of free tier, use t2.micro. This is only 750 hours. It's given for free, or 1 year. You will not get incur any cost. Friends, don't worry. I'll make sure you don't incur any cost. Please follow my advice. Don't keep the server running when it's not in use. You delete the server, you terminate the server. You select this, go to instance state, terminate it. Friends, how long it takes to create the server? Friends, how long it takes to create the server? 1 minute, 30 seconds, right? Why to keep it running all the time? Just terminate it. Click on this, terminate this. That's it, done. No need to keep the server running. Yeah, any other questions before we wind up for today? I need everybody to get till here. Friends, I'm not going to proceed. I need everybody to share me this. I need everybody to share me this URL tomorrow in the session. That will be the hands-on. We are going to start first thing tomorrow. I need everybody to have the cloud account, create the EC2 instance, install the web server, and I'm going to make you do. Then only I'm going to talk about next topic, because this is the fundamental. If you don't know this, very difficult, right? So I'll make sure that, friends, you are on the same page. Okay, any other questions? I can take it up for you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Am I
Go
audible?
ahead. Go ahead. Yes, Abhilas.
So we have like every EC2 instance, we have like a public and private IP, right?
No, it depends on you. But right now, whatever we are creating, we have public and private. But we do have an option that we can only have the private IP. Public IP is optional. I'll tell you how it is done. Because see, we have so many servers, right? We don't want public IP for all the servers. Why do you want database server to have public IP? Do you want users to give access? No, right? They can
Yeah, only
communicate
web server.
come again.
Only web server should have the front
Correct.
end
Not
users,
even
only
web
those
server,
things.
not even web server, Abhilas, only the load balancer. Because web server, app server, database server can communicate with each other. Only the
That
load
is
balancer, which is on top of my web server, should have the public IP. Apart from that, nothing should have public IP. So yeah, we will talk about all those things.
so
Yeah.
those internal services will be using private IP for communication, right?
Exactly.
Which is in the
Exactly,
same VPC
Abhilas.
network.
Yes, Abhilas, you're right. And we have
Okay.
something called subnet concept, private subnet. We will talk about that. All the servers are going to be in private subnet, so that you will not have the public IP for all of them.
Okay. So now what we are doing from the SSH is we are trying to connect via public API through SSH protocol and the HTTP protocol, which when we install the
Web
web
server.
servers.
Right, right. So we are
Okay.
trying to do SSH using port 22. And then we have once we do SSH, we can install some applications. We can see what's the problem is. We can do something on the server.
Okay. So port 22 is just like SSH, all SSH will be listening only the port 22, is it?
Correct. That's the rule.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Port 22 is dedicated for SSH.
Okay. Okay.
If you ask, do we have option? No, it's definition. We don't have any options here. It's always the definition. These are all definitions.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, Abhilash. Yeah, Arpana.
Yes. So actually, I have created an instance whenever I'm going to connect to SSH, right? It is throwing an error like failed to connect to your instance. Error establish SSH connection to your instance.
No, which option are you doing? Easy to instance connect?
Yes, I have connected. Yeah, I have created this instance, right? After
No,
that, we have to select.
I told you two options. So which option you are connected using? Trying connecting using? I got
have,
your instance is running.
hmm,
I got your
hmm,
instance is running. Are you
hmm.
going via EC2 instance connect or command prompt?
EC2.
EC2 instance connect, right?
No, no,
So if you have followed the steps, right, you
no.
would be able to do that. If not, go and check your security group. Please go to the select the server, go to the security,
Okay.
and there is something called security group. Check that. And please confirm that port 22 is enabled or not for you. Like this line here, port 22 is enabled or not, and everybody can access or not. Do you see the first entry or not in the inbound rules?
Okay.
Check this, because that's the only region you are not able to connect. Because there's nothing I have just done I have followed, all I have done is given the key pair, nothing else I have done, right? I
Yes.
have not touched upon anything here. I have not gone. I do have the option of checking security group and all if you come down below. But I told you only mandatory field is the key pair. I have not touched upon anything. There
Okay.
are
So
options in
keep
the.
their login is important, right?
Yeah,
We
this
have
is
to
the
do.
only mandatory field. Only mandatory
Oh,
field. There are security groups here, but I'm not touching it. It's by default getting created. And I'm by default, this checkbox is enabled. So I'm not touching it.
so
Right?
if we are skipping this key pair login, there
No, you
might be
will not be
this.
able to get a server. No, that will not work because you need the password to connect.
Okay.
If I try it right now, look at this option.
Inbound rules, I can see this first line port range is 22.
Enabled for you, right? This line is there for
Is
you, right? Yeah, then it should be
correct. Yeah.
fine. There's no region when you
Uh,
should not. Just
I
try it again.
might have skipped this key pair. I will create one
No,
more
please do
instance.
that. Don't skip the keeper. You will not be able to allow you will not be allowed. So without keeper, it's not possible. If I show you, let's say if I'm doing launch instance, if I'm doing the launch instance right now, they will not let me create it.
It's created.
Look at this. No, look at this. They will not let me.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay, I will try one more
Please.
creating instance.
Yeah.
If again this error will come, then I will let you
We
know
will
tomorrow.
talk about this tomorrow. I'll make you screen share and we will resolve this.
Okay, sure.
Okay, friends. Any other thing?
Sir, the recorded video available to sessions can upload it today, sir, because
Okay,
uh,
I'll do it. I'll do it right away. I will do this right away. I will be sharing it in the group.
okay, thanks.
Could you just say in the group which group are you in, Vaibhav? Because there are multiple groups right now. Can you just
Please share. I am messaging. Please share today's session.
okay, please message it there. Okay. And if you could tag me at the rate of Roshan in the group, I'll be there mostly. Tag me once. I'll be anyway sharing it.
Okay, okay.
I'll be sharing it right away. Before this, after the session, I'll be sharing it. Okay, friends. Good. Please practice. Okay. And get up to here. I need everybody to give me this page, this IP tomorrow. Okay, friends. Please note down all the commands that I have used here. Sudo su and ssh command, friends. Please note down those things. It will help you. We'll meet tomorrow, friends, and discuss further. Thank you so much, everybody.